Yeah, that's right. He's you see him on the Shark Tank. We love him. He's Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary is on the line now.
Everyone loves him. Who doesn't love Kevin O'Leary?
Well, he's Mr. That's why he is Mr. Wonderful. Kevin, good morning to you. How are you?
Oh, this is so true. So true.
So, Kevin, we were wondering, I noticed that you actually went out and bought some Powerball tickets, did you not?
Yes, I did. I mean, the sheer entertainment value of the discussion, the dialogue that was going online was just so much fun. And I had a syndicate strategy. I had a whole bunch of other guys in different states. We were all giving each other 10%. It was just thrilling. And, when you get a jackpot like that, you bring in an international focus. That's really what happens. That's a huge amount of money. But it's so interesting at the end of the day if you take out the emotion and you actually look at what was offered, $1.5 billion versus what actually you take home. It's a huge difference. It's 25% of what's advertised.
Really? And by the time you pay your taxes, that is if you take the lump sum, right?
Well, you have to think about it this way if you're an investor. When you don't take the lump sum, you are basically taking the faith of the state to pay you over the next 30 years.
Thank you.
But you could get Puerto Rico, you could get Detroited, you could get wiped out because you're basically saying that a government's going to be there for you in perpetuity.
Right.
And I believe that nobody's going to take that risk given the economy these days.
So you take the lump sum, you get less, and then you have to pay, 50% taxes or more on it?
Yeah, well, now we can deal with reality. We think we have 3 winners, so that's $500 million each. Let's assume an equal division.
Right.
So the lump sum is $250 million, but you've got to pay tax right there, so you end up with $125 million. That's not a horrible thing.
No.
But if you get that $125 million and you go the most conservative route, you're going to make about 4%. Because you can buy AAA bonds and government bonds now in combination to get you about 3.7%, so close to 4. It's still a good living. There's no question about it. You're going to be making about $72,000 a month in perpetuity.
Just with the 4%, yeah.
Yeah, that's about. And look, most people can live off that. It's a great outcome. But at the end of the day, you've got to understand what this really is. This is another form of taxation because these states are keeping the majority of the money.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, it is. It's a tax on the people who and listen, it makes sense for them, I guess, if they actually spend the money properly. Can I ask you this, Kevin O'Leary? You spend all the time on Shark Tank and in your real life, actually, outside the television show. Not that TV isn't real. We all know it is. You make deals all the time, and you're always looking to make the best deal for yourself and make sure that you don't get stuck with a bad deal. What do you make of the people who go in on an office pool? Who everybody in the office or everybody group of friends, they all say, "Oh, come on, let's all buy some tickets together." Is that a good deal, or should they lay out the terms ahead of time? Can people get stuck? Can people get shafted by their friends without them knowing?
Many of those pools end up in litigation later after a win occurs. And, when you're going to play the lottery, you already have insignificant odds of winning. And when you pool, again, you're even reducing your odds more of getting the absolute amount because you have the risk of litigation at the end of the day. Funny things happen to people when they win large amounts of money. And if you look historically around the world at lottery winners, the majority of them have bad outcomes 5 years later. And the number one reason for that is they spend the principal. That's a big mistake.
All right, so we're about to run out of time, but I just want to ask you, you had a syndicate going. As far as you know, did any of your people win?
None of them won. And the chances of winning, look, we had fun with it like everybody else, but I never consider this to be a good investment strategy.
All right. Kevin O'Leary, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
He's Mr. Wonderful, 751.